that treat strangers better than they treat their own spouse. They're kind and gracious to coworkers, but they're sarcastic, condescending to their own family. Jesus said in Matthew, we will give an account for every idle word that we've spoken. Idle word means negative, condescending, hurtful words. When we come to the end of life, God is going to ask, what did you do with that spouse I gave you? Did you help them grow, to become more confident? Did you challenge them to reach to the next level? If your spouse is not better than before you met them, you need to step it up a notch. Check up on what you're saying. Are you speaking the blessing? Every time you tell your wife, you're beautiful, she shines a little bit brighter. Every time you say, I love you, I'm so glad you're mine, not only is your marriage getting stronger, but she's getting stronger. When you tell your children, I'm proud of you, you're going to do great things in life, those are not just kind words, those are seeds that will move them toward their purpose. And if you had to give an account now for your spouse, your children, your friends, are they better today than they were 5 years ago? Are they stronger, happier, more fulfilled, more successful? If not, you need to make some changes. God gave them to you. He's expecting you to give them back better. After being married to Victoria, going on 30 years now, I would hate to have to tell you that y'all should clap better than me having to put up with her for 30 years. But after being married to her, going on 30 years, I would hate to have to tell you she's not as happy as before we met. She's not as confident, not as secure, not as fulfilled. The problem is that wouldn't be her fault, it would be my fault. As her husband, as her covering, it's my responsibility to keep her encouraged, to keep her strong, to keep her fulfilled, to keep her passionate about life. The scripture says the wife is a reflection of the husband's glory. If your wife is not shining, if you're harsh, condemning, sarcastic, it's not only making her look bad, it's making you look bad. And for some people, when they have to give an account, it'll be a sad day. God will look at their spouse, their children, their friends, and all he'll see is wounds, cut up from sarcasm, cut up from disrespect, cut up from condescending remarks. Don't let that be you. Use your words to bless people. Use your words to build them up and make them feel better about themselves. In relationships, we all have conflicts, things that we don't like. I'm not saying you should never have a disagreement, no tension, no stress. I'm saying in the heat of the moment, step back and don't make hurtful comments. That damages relationships. Well, Joel, if my spouse wouldn't push my buttons, then I wouldn't say things I know I shouldn't. If my kids would just straighten up, if these co-workers wouldn't get on my nerves, then I wouldn't be so disrespectful. These are tests that we have to pass. The people in your life are never going to be perfect. You have to learn to tame your tongue. That means you don't say everything you feel. You may think it, but you're disciplined enough to zip it up. Maybe your boss is rude to you. You're about to let him have it. Tell him what you think. Here's the problem. He's the boss and you're not. After you speak out of your emotions, after you give him a piece of your mind, you'll be on a high for about 10 minutes, feeling good, giving high fives. Then you'll realize he still has his job and I don't. It's much better to tame your tongue. Then you won't have to live in regrets, thinking, oh man, why did I say that? What was I thinking? Love makes allowances for people's weaknesses. Love overlooks a wrong that was done to him. You have to rise above these petty things that are pulling you apart. Give people room to have a bad day every once in a while. If they're rude, don't sink down to that level. Be an eagle and rise above it. Life is too short to live at odds, contentious, arguing about things that don't matter. Some people have to have the last word in every argument. They're so hard-headed, they'll argue for 27 days just to have that final word. Let it go. You have a destiny. You have an assignment to accomplish. Those are distractions trying to pull you off course. Don't waste your valuable time and energy on something that's not moving you towards your purpose. If you argue long enough, you'll end up saying something you'll regret later. A 10-minute argument can set a relationship back 10 years. You have to learn to walk away. You're not going to accomplish anything positive in a heated, disrespectful situation. Let them have the last word, and you keep your peace. You keep your joy. Well, Joel, that made me look weak. It's just the opposite. The strongest person is the one that humbles themselves and steps away.